everyone and welcome back to Waverly Reads. This is a very last minute video as I did actually plan to have my bookshelf tour uploaded today, but as of right now, as in last night when you're watching this, I got really very overwhelmed. I managed to actually get it all filmed, but then I saw that I had an hour and like 40 minutes of footage I needed to edit on a new editor in a couple of hours before I went to bed. I also haven't read today, and today was supposed to be a reading day. Like, I was supposed to get a lot of reading done today as it was my only day off of work, and I was like, yeah, I'll get loads of reading done today because then I can finish my book by Saturday, which is the first of the next month, which is a start of the Sims readathon, if you didn't know. I don't have a TBR or anything set out for that. Like, I have a few in mind, but I'm not like officially taking part. This was supposed to be my bookshelf tour, but that'll have to be next week, so I don't have as much pressure to edit and get it uploaded. Instead of that, I'm going to be bringing you my monthly haul. This is going to be my May haul, the books that I brought in May, and up until like last week there was only two books on this in this pile, and now I have 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, because I went to some charity shops and I got quite a few finds, so I brought some books. I shouldn't, because this is the end of my alphabetically organised. Down there is all notebooks, and that is literally just my free shelf, so I don't have enough space to keep buying books, but I'm gonna keep buying them anyway. I feel like I'm slowly gonna move my way onto Cass's bookshelves, though she may kill me for that. And getting into the haul, because I want to make this very quick so I can edit it very quick and then get it uploaded for you and still manage to get some reading today. It might not happen because it is already 10 o'clock at night, so we'll see. Here is my pile of books, and let's just get straight into hauling them. I believe these might be in the order I bought them. The first one I have in my pile is Bird Box by Josh Malerman. Every time I say that last name I just want to say malaria. Is it bad? I don't really know what this is about. I've seen bits and pieces of the movie. When Cass was watching it, I was kind of like half paying attention, and I got intrigued from what I did see, so I will watch the movie eventually as well. But I found out there was a book and I decided to get it as well, because why not read the book first? That was my reasoning behind it. So I'm going to read the book at some point eventually. The second book I got is actually for reading with this season's summer edition. You can go check my TBR out. I'll leave it down below in the description. I was supposed to be borrowing Shakira's, but then I thought I might as well just buy my own because it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like £4 on Wordery, so I bought my own. And I got The Weight of Water by Sarah Crossan. This is a book told in poems. I'm not sure if it's just like a book of poems or if it's a story told in poems, like what the Poet X is, but I'm excited to read it. I do want to get more into poetry. The next book I got was Masquerade by Melissa de la Cruz. This is the sequel to Blue Bloods, and now that I have the sequel, I feel like I'm going to be more inclined to read the first book. I don't know what this is about. I don't know too much about what the first one is about, other than like I know that it's set in an older time where obviously masquerades are a thing, and also it has a lot to do with vampires. So now that I have the sequel, I feel like I will be more inclined to pick up the first book, which is good, which is a good thing. The next book I got was The Understudy by David Nichols. This is a theatre style book. It has a lot to do with the theatre, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of references to musicals and just theatre in general, which I will really enjoy in this. It doesn't say much about what it's about, but I will read the back to you. To find the things you love and do it to the best of your ability, no matter what people say. Isn't that what anyone wants? Stephen C. McQueen has spent his whole life waiting in the wings. His big break, when it comes, is not quite what he expected. That's literally all it says. So I feel like he is obviously the understudy, and then either someone dies or something like that, and suddenly he finds himself in the lead role and he has to deal with all of that pressure. I don't know, I'm really excited to read this. I don't know much about what it's about, but I really can't wait. The next book I got is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. I don't know if this is a sequel or whether it's just like a similar story to The Quiet at the End of the World. If it's a sequel, I will be the happiest person alive, but if it's not, I will still be pretty happy because I loved The Quiet at the End of the World. It very quickly became one of my new favourite books, and I'm excited to read this one as well. It's a bit thinner, a bit shorter. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about what it's about. I just saw that it was a thing and I got it because the covers look very similar. The like art style is very, very similar, and it's obviously by the same person. And even the titles are kind of similar, which is what leads me to believe it might be related. Can you fall in love with someone you've never met, never even spoken to, someone who is light years away? Romy Silvers is the only surviving crew member on a spaceship bound for a new planet. She is the loneliest girl in the universe until she hears that a second spaceship has launched from Earth with a single passenger on board, a boy called Jay. Their only communication is via email, and the messages take months to transmit, yet Romy finds herself falling in love. But what does she really know about Jay, and what do the strange new messages from Earth mean? Sometimes there's something worse than being alone. Okay, so it's not the same thing, but I'm very excited. I love her writing style, and I loved The Quiet at the End of the World, and I just can't wait. Next book I got was Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. This is obviously the screenplay, the script for the play, like what do you call these? I don't know, but it's written in script style, and I'll be able to fly straight through this. But I love Romeo and Juliet, and I'm really interested in reading more of William Shakespeare. There were a few others, but Romeo and Juliet is the one that stood out for me, and it was only 50p, so I got it. And then today, of all days, I went in charity shops as well, and I only picked up 2 books, but I'm very, very happy with my finds. The first one is Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepherd. I'm not sure if this is the first one. I believe it is, but who knows. Apparently there's a series of them, like a lot of them, but I have seen the entire show, so I can't imagine I can get spoiled, so I'm gonna read this anyway. And it looks like the first one because, hello, Alison isn't on it. Is this told from A's point of view? If this is told from A's point of view, that'd be amazing. The last book I got was Anne I Darken by Kirsten White. This is a very popular book here on BookTube, and I actually have managed to not hear anything about it, like what it's about wise, but I'm very excited. I saw this for 50p in a local charity shop, and I just got very happy. Although this is a very floppy book too. Very thick, but very floppy, and it's another one that I'm very excited to read. I feel like I got a really good haul this month. It says, unlike any you've known before, ruthlessness is the key to her survival. Her brother Radu is everything she is not. Beautiful, introspective, and delicate. At first, Lada takes Mehmed for an enemy. He is, after all, son of the Sultan holding her captive. Their 3 lives balance on a knife edge, and the ties that bind them together will be stretched to breaking point. I don't know, I'm very excited for that as well. I'm just very excited for all the books I have in my haul this month. And here they are, all together in all of their glory. I've got very, very vastly different books this month. Like, I can't even explain the differences in all of these books, but I'm excited for them all, and I really am in the mood to read all of these right this second, but I cannot do that. Obviously, Masquerade, I definitely can't because it's a sequel, and also I need to read the book I'm currently reading. But yeah, those were all the books that I managed to obtain in the month of May. Let me know if you bought any of these or if you've read any of these down below in the comment section. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new BookTube video like this every single Thursday, and a new weekly reading vlog on my vlogging channel, which is always in the description down below, every single Monday, so go subscribe to that as well, and I will see you next week for another BookTube video. Bye.